So let's try to find that spot. It's right around here. Oh, it's a snare. So you can see a snare too. Because see how the snare part right around here is larger than the rest of this noise that's going on. So what you want to do is you want to put your cursor right there and then again zoom in on that certain part. Oh boy, okay. Okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure this is it right here. So yeah, you just want to find something that's very small and highlight it again and delete it. Now you have, if you look up here, you have this portion of your song. This portion right here is going to be deleted. So blat out, that stuff is gone. Now, but what we want to do is that if we bring this all the way over here, it still isn't going to sound right, even if we match it right to it. Let's take a listen. See how it just doesn't match up really well? What you want to do, and it's very easy, is you want to make another track. And you could do that by adding a track, new track, or you could just do duplicate track, which saves all of your settings from the track that's already there, that's highlighted right here. That's always a safe thing to do, because in case you do any kind of effects to your first track and you want it to copy to the next one, duplicate track is what you want to do. So you can either do Command D, or you can come up here to the menu, track, duplicate track. Full blam. There you go. Now what you want to do is you want to match up the bass notes. If you remember from the first track is that a bass note's coming up next, right over here. And you know that right here you can see it in the music. Let me make this a little bit smaller. I don't under blam. Yeah. So it's going to be somewhere, or maybe it might be here. Yeah, this might be the bass note. You want that whole thing to match up. So what you're going to do is that you're going to drag it underneath this. Maybe make this a little bit bigger. And you want to drag it underneath so that it's going to kind of fade into each other. It's going to take some trial and error. Like right now, it probably won't. Okay, so the bass tone is right around here. So you want that pretty much to be at the end of your track up here. So you're just going to drag, and what you can do is you can use your cursor, put that right at the end of the track that you're trying to fade into, and then try to align it down here on your edit window. Make sure you have this little arrow thing down here, because it'll sometimes be that and then it'll screw you up. So you just want to drag until it's right where you want it to. That looks like it might be good. Take it back a couple notches and listen.
And how I can have so many haters.
Yeah. So still it's a little off. It's a little loud. It's kind of abrupt. So right here in this drop down, view and hide automation for track. In automation, you can do your track volume, you can do panning, and you can do other stuff with whatever effects you have here. Like you can have your echo come in at a certain time, you can have your reverb come in at a certain time, and then fade out as you wish. Right now we're just going to do track volume. So what you want to do is that you have the track volume line right here, it's in a little bit of blue, and you want to place it at where your bass tone is. So you want to place a marker here simply by clicking. Boom. So you have your place marker there. You want it to fade in, so you want to drag the rest of the audio before your place marker down. So click and hold and drag it down. Now you're going to have a little bit of fade action coming up to where that bass tone is so that the track sounds continuous. Let's bring it back and take a listen.
And how I can have so many haters.
That was all right, but again, you're cutting off what he's saying, and you want to keep that in a little bit. So maybe less of a fade. Like you could bring it up as many decibels. By the way, dB means decibels. You can bring it up as much as you want and take a listen so you can maybe hear a little bit of what he's trying to say, but at the same time, you don't want to be so abrupt with the change. It helps to go back to the beginning by hitting return and listening to what you got. I'm not going to do that right now because this is YouTube, and you guys will probably get really mad at me if I do that. So I'm going to bring it back to about here, and let's take a listen.
And how I can have so many haters, knowing I'm they fuck.
That was pretty good with some with some trial and error and keep going at it, you can probably get that really well. Like I noticed that the snares were a little bit off, which is snares are the claps or the snaps nowadays. And you can really fine tune that, but that's all right for now. For this video's purpose, I'm not going to go into it that much, and right now I'm just going to delete this and delete everything after the track so that the export takes a shorter time. So then once you have your edit finalized and everything seems good enough for you, maybe you want some echo, a little reverb, maybe an explosion at the end, that where you could find anywhere. If you want, I'll post a link of explosions and different sound effects that you can get for free and just download off the internet. And then you can add them at the end of your dances. That'd be cool. I do that a lot. Like I actually have made my own little explosions through Garageband with different sound effects like dog barking, lion roars, glass breaking, and an explosion underneath it, really quiet, and it sounds really awesome. That is a whole nother video. Right now I'm going to send this to iTunes. Really easy with GarageBand. Under Share, Send Song to iTunes. It's going to give you a pop-up window, and it's going to show you, well, there's my full name. Weird. It's going to show you, it's going to make a little playlist for you. It's going to do all the artist name, composer, album. Do whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. Ryan Feinstein's playlist, that's just annoying me, so I'm going to change that to Ryan Feinstein's playlist. Artist name, blah, blah, blah. You can compress it into an MP3 file or a AAC. AAC is pretty exclusive to Mac, kind of, sort of. Actually, no, it's not at all. But MP3 is where you want to go, especially if you want it to be compressed and if you want to share it with people over the internet. It's the best thing to do. Audio settings, you can do whatever you want. Blah, blah, blah. Compress, share. Boom. It's going to create a little mix down. It's going to convert for you. And boom, look at that. Your iTunes gets pulled up for you. Right now, I have this open, so it's not going to show. Under date added, look, dance number, Ryan Feinstein. Awesome. Give it a double click and a play.
Move if you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna, move, move if you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna, move, move if you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna, move, if you wanna, move, if you wanna. Understand how I can have so many hate.
Oh, look at that. We cut out the annoying little move if you wanna part. All right, well, that's basically how you're going to do your dance edit. So on the other video, I'm going to show you how to do it for PC. So, holleration, peace.
I want y'all to get funky.
Right.